he descends on our tongue in the sound that we utter. As the Shakti Avesha Nama, Nam Namakari Bauda Nija Sarva Shakti. All Shaktis of Krishna enters the sound we utter. And the sound we utter is no longer a material sound. All the Shaktis of the Lord has entered. These Shaktis are the effulgence of the Shuddha Nama of the spiritual world. So therefore we call this as Nama Avatara. The name of the Supreme Lord incarnates into the names that we utter. He invests all his Shaktis into the name. So what is before us when we chant the holy names of the Lord is Krishna himself, because Krishna and Krishna's name are non-different. Krishna only becomes his name, and his name is Shuddha Nama. Just like Krishna is all effulgent, Satchidananda effulgence, similarly Krishna's Nama, Shuddha Nama, is also a Surya, sun of Satchidananda effulgence. Satta, Chittananda, these energies enter the sound that we utter. So before us, the Shakti Avesha Nama and the Shuddha Nama. Shuddha Nama's incarnation into this world is the Shakti Avesha Nama. Is incarnating into the sound that you and me utter. So it's called Shabda Avatara, Nama Avatara of the Shuddha Nama is before us, which we can hear with our material tongue, we can hear with our material ears. That is the meaning of Avatara. The Nama comes into our dimension, the Shuddha Nama comes into our dimension in a way in which our material tongue and ears can access. Though Shuddha Nama with his effulgence is there, is present when we chant with our material tongue. But we cannot experience directly the Shuddha Nama, because Shuddha Nama requires Satchidananda tongue, Satchidananda mind, need an awakened spiritual mind, Shuddha Chitta, in order to directly experience the Shuddha Nama. Experiencing Shuddha Nama, directly experiencing Shuddha Nama is same as directly experiencing Krishna himself, because Krishna Nama is Purna Krishna. Krishna Rupa is also Krishna, Purna Krishna. Everything about Krishna is Purna. So, by receiving the causeless mercy of the Lord in the form of the holy names into which He invests all his Shakti, Nam Nam Akari Vauda Nija Sarva Shakti. The Shuddha Nama and his effulgence are non-different from each other. So his effulgence enters this sound, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this Satchit Ananda energy that is there in the names that we utter, when our attention touches or when we hear these names, then we are touching the ocean of Satchidananda. Just like Prabhupada gives the example of how when an iron piece is put in the fire, the iron by association of the fire's energy, heat is passed on to the iron piece, and the iron gradually becomes warmer and warmer and warmer, and finally it becomes red hot, fire-like by transfer of energy. Similarly, by chanting and hearing attentively the Shakti Avesha Nama, our consciousness also gets Satchidanandaized by flow of Sat energy, Chit energy and Ananda energy. And the covering of this present soul, our present condition, the covering is Asat, Achit and Nirananda. So the Sat, Chit and Ananda energy that is coming from the Shakti Avesha Nama, the fire of Satchidananda Nama, Shakti Avesha Nama, will burn to ashes Asat, Achit and Nirananda. Because of these three coverings, we have forgotten who we are, what is our relationship with Krishna. We have forgotten what is real Ananda because of this covering. And the Lord is so kind and merciful that He comes down to give us His Satchid Ananda association. Just like sun is surrounded by light and heat, so much of effulgence. Similarly, Krishna is Satchidananda Vigraha. His name is Satchidananda Vigraha. And they are like the sun from whom unlimited Satchidananda effulgence is emanating. So associating with Nama means associating with the Sat, Chit and Ananda energy, pure energies. So Nama Chaitanya, Nama Chintamani, Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Those Nama is Chintamani, the fulfiller of all desires. Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. This sound is a vigraha of all rasas. That means all pleasure, all relationship, all kinds of relationship with Krishna is a reservoir. Rasa vigraha. Purna Shuddha, Nitya Mukta. Purna Shuddha means completely pure. That means there is no Asata Chit Nirananda. Purna Shuddha, Nitya Mukta. Eternally transcendental. Beyond the three modes of material nature. Abhinnatvan Nama Naminoha. There is no difference between the Nama and the one whose name it is. So, the Lord, through the Nama Avatara, gives us association. And what does association mean? Association means, just like iron put in the fire, there is a flow of fire from the fire to the iron, flow of heat. In the same way, there is a flow of Satchidananda, provided we hear what we chant. By hearing, for hearing we need to give the mind. Only when you hear, the mind becomes pure. Mind means chittam. Mind means manas, buddhi, ahankara. 3 layers. Ego, intelligence, mind. They all have to, the Asat, Achit and Nirananda are sitting in these three places. And when we attentively hear, this Shakti Avesha Nama is touching all these things. When you hear, mind is required. When you chant, your ego is required. I am chanting, I am hearing. So in this way, attentive hearing, chanting and hearing attentively brings tremendous difference to this self. That we have to understand. Just like Prabhupada gives example, if you put hand in the fire, child or no adult or anybody, it will burn. In the same way, very fortunate that the Lord has decided in Kali Yuga to descend in His holy names. So that is called Nama Avatara. If you take advantage of this, Avatara means Lord has become accessible to us in the form of this secret we should understand. If you understand this secret, from this you can derive everything else. You will know why you have to be attentive. You know why you have to be respectful. You know why you have to be joyfully chant. Lord Himself is before me. If that fundamental Shraddha is developed, for Shraddha also, these are all the wonderful analogies that the Acharyas have given in order to build our Shraddha, that Lord is before me when I chant. And He is before each one of us personally. It is not that the Lord does not care. The Lord, the Supreme Lord, cares for every amsha, every one of us. So you have to understand that Lord is very personal when He comes on our tongue. But we are impersonal. So we should also be personal. That the Lord has come for me. He comes for everybody. That's a different matter. But the fact remains that if He comes for everybody, He doesn't become diluted in His personal appearance for each one of us. A big man comes, or a father is having 10 children, his attention is divided into 10 children. Is it not? Even though they're all my children, he says. But Krishna is not like that, the Supreme Father. Though everyone has a direct relationship with Him, in a general sense, they're all my mamai vamsha jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana, all are your amshas, my amshas. He doesn't leave it at that. He has a direct relationship with every living entity. So that is the reason why He has come on our tongue. No doubt, some people get benefit of this avatara, some people don't get the benefit of this avatara. That is due to the causeless mercy of the spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's causeless mercy, that some of us get this opportunity. Everybody can get, but some of us have already got this opportunity, where we began to serve the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And some are even more fortunate. If you understand this Nama Tattva, what is actually happening, who is this sound, what is this sound, what happens when you chant, You are touching the Supreme Lord Krishna in his Nama Avatara, who is supremely pure, Pavitram. So even more fortunate. But this transcendental understanding of what is going on during japa, what is going on, the Lord descends into the sound. It's very important to have this knowledge in the background. The understanding is required in the background. How does this understanding come? You have to repeatedly, you have to think about it. You have to do mananam. There has to be on these simple things, what few things that just now you heard. When you hear, everything feels good for you. Yeah, I understood it. But it has to become part of your moment you utter Hare Krishna. This perception has to come that he is before me. So for that, why he is before me? All these things is what I explained. You should do mananam. Yeah, I can understand. I can believe. I don't qualify, but he is so all-merciful, he can come. And the Shastra says he comes. So he comes, so he is there. I have Shraddha, I have faith. That many times you should think, because your conscious mind is fine, you understand that. But you have a subconscious mind which has its own ignorance. This has to go inside there. Because normally when we hear any sound, it is ordinary sound. Now if our default perception has to change that this is not ordinary sound, it is Krishna, you have to do mananam. Many times you have to tell your subconscious mind again and again, this is the truth, this is the truth, this is the truth. Not only mananam is intellectually you are making your belief stronger and stronger. We also have to do dhyanam. Dhyanam. Mananam is what is truth. Dhyanam is what is your relationship with that truth. Krishna comes for me. Yes, I belong to Krishna. Krishna is so kind. All these, when you do dhyanam, it is emotional contemplation. When you do mananam, it is the rational reflection, repeated rational reflection of the truth about the Nama Tattva. When you do dhyanam, it is emotional contemplation of the factual relationship between me and Nama Tattva, Nama Prabhu. Though we say, yes, I am eternal servant of Krishna, but it is not emotionalized. It is only philosophy. So it is very important that emotional contemplation also is required. Emotional contemplation of relating with Nama Prabhu. Just like you see someone is, man and woman are fixed for wedding, to be wedded, then they are in emotional contemplation. They imagine living together, relationship, nice, love, this, everything, isn't it? emotional contemplation. Or you got an appointment letter for a good job, very good job, big money, big salary. So you are not enjoying the job, but you indulge in emotional contemplation. Oh, how nice it will be, my future, when I get this salary, when I get this, all those things. Emotional contemplation. Similarly, we should also have, for any relationship to become deepen, first is emotional contemplation. First is the truth about the relationship. That is rational reflection. That is coming from Shravanam. Shravanam, first you hear, and then what you heard, you engrave in your subconscious. That is called Mananam. First to hear, Krishna has come down, Krishna is this, Krishna is no difference between his sound and himself. All the Shaktis are entering, this is Shakti Avajanama. The Lord is before me, but I cannot taste him, I cannot experience him, but I can experience his Shaktis, etc., etc., etc. All these things you hear, what I said. In summary, Namatattva, you hear. Shravanam. Now if you don't do Mananam, it will just go away. Or 100 times you hear, different times, slowly it deposits into your subconscious mind. So you have to do Mananam and then Dhyanam. This is not during Japa. Then there is one more step. Just like I gave example, then when you actually get into the job, a good job you have got, then not all emotional contemplation with full belief and everything, you are now actually engaging with that experience. Earlier you are contemplating that experience. Next you are engaging with that experience. You started going for the job, you started getting the salary, you got getting everybody in the community is praising you, oh now you are this, you are that. That is called Anushilanam. Anushilanam means practice. That means you have to practice that experience. So Shravanam, Mananam, Dhyanam, Anushilanam. Anushilanam is what we are doing now. Practicing soulful japa. Practicing. Practicing japa with Shraddha, faith, that background faith. Chanting, hearing, you are doing with your foreground. Chanting, hearing, tasking, moving the mala, increasing the number of beads and japa towards a target. That is tasking. Chanting, hearing, tasking is the activity. Three are activities. Action has to be backed with feelings. Thought feelings, bhavana, belief and feelings. So when you chant with right belief about Nama Prabhu and feeling for Nama Prabhu, that becomes soulful japa. So not that we keep our background consciousness empty. Of course, it will be empty if you have not done Mananam, Dhyanam. Actually, if you go on repeatedly hearing, automatically Mananam and Dhyanam will happen. Mananam is stage 2 of Shravanam. Dhyanam is stage 1 of them, stage 2 is Dhyanam. And then you practice that stage 3. So everything comes from Shravanam. Your consciousness is grounded with Shravanam. And we hear from Guru, Sadhu and Shastra all the narratives. The narratives from Guru, Sadhu and Shastra is what creates our perceptions about the world, about the thing, about the people, about Nama, about Krishna, everything. So somewhere we have to start. Then what happens? When you anushilanam, when you practice it, then you develop a relationship ego. I am servant of a realistic relationship ego, that I am servant of Nama Prabhu. I am chanter, I am here, I am a tasker, I am serving. So once that relationship is there, that is what, as soon as you take your bead bag, your relationship persona with the holy name, along with his Shraddha, Preeti, everything that you have developed, that will automatically come. So then every bead will be a relationship with the Nama. Every bead. See, just like I asked in one seminar, Japa seminar, how many of you are married? Many of them raised their head. How many years? They said 5 years, 6 years, 3 years, 20 years, everything. Then I asked them, is there a difference in your relationship between both of you from the beginning of first day of your marriage to second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year? Isn't it becoming deeper and deeper relationship? Everybody said, yes, definitely. I never knew her, he never knew, I never knew him. But after a few months, relationship, it is deepening. Then I asked, how many years you are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare? They all said 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Are, with your wife you are able to build relationship. But with Krishna himself, with every day 2 hours you are with. Maybe in your real life you are not even, you are going to office, coming back, maybe you talk 10-15 minutes to your wife. Still you build a relationship. But here you are not building relationship. Why? So first of all, you are not feeling he is a person. So step mananam, I have to develop the belief that this sound is Krishna. Then it will change. Because Krishna says, I have come down. I am part of your life. By the mercy of Prabhupada, who has given us 2 hours association, spend 2 hours every day. So our realization of Nama Prabhu, our realization of everything should only deepen day by day. The reason why it is not happening is because we are doing mechanical japa. 50 years also you do mechanical japa. You won't be closer to the Nama than to any of your friends. There is a realistic relationship, personal relationship. Lord has come for us to relate with us. So therefore this practice is important, this practice of soulful japa. When we are seeing these cards on the screen during japa, that is only last part, anushilanam. Anushilanam, we can go on practicing, increasing the quality of japa. But Shravanam, Mananam, Dhyanam is one-time effort. That we have not put. Be determined to understand the Nama Tattva. Develop the belief that who the sound is before you. It's all one-time investment. It goes into your system. Then afterwards you don't have to Go on doing that. Anushilanam, practice, you can go on because you are engaging with Nama Prabhu. Eternally you are engaging. But to engage with Nama Prabhu, you have to have the background created by Shravanam, Mananam and Dhyanam of the Nama Tattva. Our relationship with Nama, what all Guru, Sadhu and Shastra has said about Nama, that you have to become rich. When our background is rich, then our foreground activity becomes very rich in relationship. Background consciousness during japa is very important. It increases the quality of our chanting and hearing. Just like if you are sitting in an air-conditioned room, it is a background. You are sitting and working. A good air-conditioned, temperature-controlled room is going to increase the quality of your work or not. Isn't it? So, when we do chanting and hearing, there is an internal environment. The environment consists of feelings, our faith, all these things. So our background consciousness should become rich with this Nama Tattva. What is Nama Tattva? What is Nama Rasa? All these things has to be fed from Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, starting with Shravana. Then you will see your quality of japa will change. And as you practice, no doubt, a concrete relationship will be developed with Namavatara, a concrete relationship. He is there for you, for everything. He is there to guide you. He is there to lead us back to home, back to Godhead. He is there to shine into our heart. Powerful Divya Jnana, which will burn all asata, chitta, nirananda beliefs that we have. Our heart is full of false beliefs of ananda of this material world. All that has to be burnt. And when you see that happening, you will know, hey, how is this happening? How I am getting detached? Oh my God, this is Nama Prabhu is doing it. I am a different person now than what I was before. All my old ideas are all changing. Pure Chit is coming into my heart. My beliefs about pleasure, my beliefs about happiness, everything is changing. From false beliefs to real belief. What is real ananda, real happiness? Everything will start coming into our heart, shining by the rain of mercy of Satchidananda. So, regarding these cards, japa cards, I'll just explain for. First put that common card. 16. Put that common card, 16. Where is Indrapati? Yeah, see here. Anusarana Vidivat Arthavat. The first mala we should practice. One statement of Prabhupada, chant and hear exactly the very same sound. We have called it as a golden command of japa. Chant and hear exactly the very same sound. So, with that obedience, that in the background, Guru's direction, with a purpose and invoking Divya Chesta Shakti. When you hear, Prabhupada says, the Shakti for japa comes from the Nama himself. That is how we are all able to chant 108 rounds. Because the Shakti, the Chesta Shakti means the doing energy, is coming from Nama himself. If you don't hear you cannot chant 108 rounds. At least you are focusing that it should be heard. Because I am going on prompting now and then. And the whole Prabhupada's recording itself comes and prompts you, chant and hear exactly the same sound. Therefore, even every now and then some hearing is happening. That is why we are able to do 108 rounds. Shakti is coming from there. You don't realize that. Otherwise, mind will say, enough. Mind will say enough. It's because it's tiring. It becomes tiring. Shraddha Japa. Mala 2 is, your background environment is respectfully presencing Nama Prabhu before me with faith feelings. Krishna is before me, Krishna is before me, Krishna is before me. With that, practice. Second Mala you dedicate for Shraddha Japa. First Mala you dedicate for Anusarana. Means obedience to Prabhupada. On his command I chant the way he says. Second is Shraddha Japa. Third is Vinamrita Japa. Chant with humility before Nama Prabhu. Now for you to chant with humility, you have to have done lot of Shravanam, Mananam and Dhyanam. What is humility? Otherwise it won't come out at that time. Humility is a feeling. A feeling if he has to generate, you have to have the thoughts. Just like if you are angry with someone, there's a thought behind that anger. Similarly, if there is a feeling of humility, there has to be a thought behind it. And that thought behind it, and philosophy behind it, you have to hear how insignificant you are, etc., 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 all that thing. Just see. You see the connection? So, now whatever little you have got understanding of humility, you can chant today. But parallelly you can go on doing your Mananam, Dhyanam on all these things. Your quality of humility will go on increasing. But today you can chant and hear only with the extent of humility that you have developed by Shravanam, Mananam and Dhyanam. Preeti Japa, feelings of love and pleasure giving to Nama Prabhu. In one sentence it is simple. But why you should love? When you know that someone loves you, only your love counts. That means all this, your Shravanam, actually Krishna loves us all. When that becomes a realization, automatically there is love. Hritpurvaka Japa, heartfully chanting, not ritualistically. Means happily chanting. When we think something is a rigmarole, it's a ritual, that is another thing. Okay, Guru has told me to do, I'll ritual. No doubt, that's better than nothing. But Krishna is before you. Krishna's name is Krishna. I am chanting his name. So, Hritpurvaka Japa. Ahlada Japa. Chanting, first one is heartfully chant and jubilantly hear. Jubilantly hear. You take example, so many things, you become jubilant. Oh, I got a lottery ticket. Jubilant. What is this lottery? This is infinite lottery. Infinite hope. Infinite. And yet we are not jubilant. Why not jubilantly here? Because, you're touching God. How jubilant one should be. Now when I am saying, you are saying, yeah, it is right. But then it doesn't stay with you. If it has to stay with you, you have to do Mananam and Dhyanam. And automatically, Krishna, Hare, these three sounds you hear, you will become jubilant. So many things in our life, we become jubilant when we get it, isn't it? Money we get, love we get, we become jubilant. And here everything is there. Only you need Shraddha. That is a reservoir of everything. The Nama is a reservoir of everything. Krishna himself. Utsaha means enthusiastically, tasking to stack up, build up pleasure givings to Nama Prabhu. One over, next over. There is nothing greater activity you can do in your existence than giving pleasure to Krishna. Most fortunate if we are able to give pleasure to Krishna. Devotional service. Oh, 1 hour, one more bead, one more bead, one more bead, one more bead. So how much? Just like you, people are greedy, wealth. I want more wealth, more wealth, more wealth, more wealth. I got some more I want, some more I want. Exactly the same way. One more I want, one more I want. One more mala, 2 more malas, one more, one more, one more. Feel a sense of becoming richer each time. A wealthy man feels he's getting richer. He's accumulating. Similarly, we are accumulating the mercy of the Lord jubilantly here. Utsaha, enthusiastically repeat to build up the mercy. Sambandha Japa. Every bead is a relationship with Nama Prabhu. Simple relationship. I am the worshipper. He is receiving my worship. And the worship process is chanting and hearing and tasking. It's a yajna. So practice 108 rounds, each bead, feeling that you are the worshipper and the worshipped is before you. And through this process, he is receiving that worship. Atma Jnana Japa. Chant and hear with self-knowledge. When a neophyte starts chanting, he is chanting and hearing with understanding of his self being the body. So when he says, I am chanting and hearing, he thinks his body is chanting and hearing. But gradually, by the touch of the holy name itself, real self-knowledge, separation of body and the self, all these things also in the background, your quality of japa changes when you understand that you are different from this body and you are using this body and offering this seva. You are the real chanter and hearer. The yantra japa, mechanical japa is called yantra japa. You are not involved. You are involved somewhere else. And you are offering yantra japa. That's also so powerful, such a big punya it is. So powerful. But you don't get bhakti if you do yantra japa. You have to give your soul. Because soul is what, wants relationship with Krishna, not your yantra. So, that is Atma Jnana Japa. So, for Atma Jnana, background, who you are, who God is, why are you here, all these jnana, when you read Prabhupada's book, Shravanam, they're all matters a lot in creating the background. Devotional service has to be executed in the background of transcendental knowledge and detachment. Something is required in the background. Knowledge, transcendental knowledge and detachment from this illusion. And then execution of service. Sharanagati Japa. And you hear repeatedly 6 principles of surrender, Shravanam. And then that transforms into a mood of surrender, those 6 moods. So, with whatever while parallelly that is going on, Mananam, Dhyanam, Shravanam, Mananam, Dhyanam is going on parallelly. Doesn't matter. As the more you do, the more surrendering feeling gets embedded in you. And that day's chanting, from that day onwards your chanting you will be chanting with that much background, this thing. Then more and more you do, it goes. Like that, our background, whatever we have, whatever I know about surrender, let me offer to Krishna. But what you know about surrender, what the depth of that feeling of surrender will go on changing and increasing if you are increasing your Shravanam and Mananam on what is surrender. Kripa Apeksha, begging for costless mercy. Huh? Nama Prabhu is supreme absolute truth. He can give anything he wants. There's no cost. So costlessly, not because of I deserve it. I beg for costless mercy of Sat mercy, Chitta mercy, Ananda mercy from the Lord. Bharta Patra, recognizing Nama Prabhu is personally caring, he is maintaining me. Raksha Patra Japa, 108 beads offer recall that he is personally protecting you in your life. Recall and feel gratitude. Kritajnarpanam, gratitude to Nama Prabhu for everything, the endless it is. Once you become devotee of Krishna, your chanting, your gratitude list is endless with Nama Prabhu. So feeling of chant 108 once, offering gratitude to Nama Prabhu. Different ways of gratitude. Kshama Apeksha, begging forgiveness from Nama Prabhu. Because now God himself has come before and I have neglected him. I am spiritually deaf, dumb and blind. I am unable to, recognize what is the significance of being in touch with Krishna himself in his Shabda Avatara, so mercifully. So, but I am insensitive. So you have to beg forgiveness from the Lord. Seva Apeksha, begging orders for service from Nama Prabhu. Now the 16th round. Whole day, let my day be only for whatever you decide I should do. I am simply a puppet in your hands. May Prabhupada's order, may your order manifest in different ways in my heart and I act as your servant and then go to bed, happily sleep. Again get up in the morning. Again do your 16 rounds. End with Seva Apeksha. Your prayers will never fail. The whole day, Nama Prabhu, if you're doing 15 rounds and 16th round like this, whole day you are getting direct instruction from Prabhupada, from the transcendental platform, from the spiritual world. You will be directed. You will never, day after day you will be directed. So these are the 16 bhavanas to be practiced. But as I said, understand the whole process. First and foremost is to touch the holy name. Shraddha, hearing and Shraddha is fundamental. All others are bonus, comes later. But this you have to, somehow you have to struggle. That's why I said about Nama Tattva. Simple things. What I told in 10 minutes, that should be mananam. You should, next 1 month, 2 months, think about it. How it is true. It becomes part of you. Shraddha is very important. Shraddha is foundation. It is lack of Shraddha that makes us mechanical. If Shraddha is deep, it will not become mechanical. So you tackle this first thing of Shraddha, develop that faith in what Guru, Sadhu and Shastra has said about Nama, Nama Avatara, Shakti Avashanama, Shuddha Nama, etc., etc. That is, so Shraddha, and practice this mindful japa. Mindful means mind should be there. Mind is there means attention should be there. That means chant and hear exactly the same sound. Train your mind. Any sound that comes will not go without being heard. It will be, I will take it in by hearing. If you don't hear, you are not taking it. It is remaining in the ears. Every Hare, every Krishna, every Rama, I will take inside. That practice is called mindful, practice of mindful japa. These are just training. The mind will learn what you teach. If you teach your mind, don't think anything now during japa, it will learn. 1,000 times you have to tell that. You have to stop it when it thinks. It will learn. Don't hear your thoughts, hear the Nama. You teach, 100 times you teach, it will learn. You will be surprised. Any good things you teach the mind, mind will follow. Any bad things, it will follow. So such a big thing that if we can train our mind, and mind will completely help us in good japa. Not that mind is always a problem. Mind is a problem because we have made it a problem. We can teach how to support us in japa, the mind. So mindful chanting. And then when Shraddha is there, spiritful means full spirit should be there. You should be happy, you should be jubilant, etc. And then relationship part is soulful japa. So mindful japa, you begin training as with mindful japa, then which minimum Shraddha, then spiritful japa. That means it should never become a ritualistic thing. My spirit is there in my japa. Spirit means Shraddha, Priti, or minimum is you happily do it, enthusiastically do it. When you see a person having no enthusiasm, what do you call? This is spiritless, you will tell him. Correct? Spirit means, oh, his life is there. So with full life we should be chanting and hearing and repeating. Spiritful japa. That also we should practice. Mind will learn. Anytime I take my japa, I will be spiritful. Anytime I take my japa bead, I will be mindful. Then train for soulful japa, as I said, all these things. It will take year, 2, 3 years it will take, but if you systematically do it, in 2, 3 years your japa will be somewhere else. Hare Krishna Nama Prabhu ki, Vishwa Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.